Hello and welcome to Whiteland Restorations. Today we're going to be porting out my BMW cylinder head. Now I am no expert, so this is not a guide on how to port out your cylinder head properly. I'm just trying to make this a lot better than it is, and it is pretty dire. This is an AMC cylinder head for a BMW E30 325i, and it's pretty disappointing considering, you know, I know you can spend a lot of money on cylinder heads and stuff, but this was the best part of 700 quid, and it is a mile off how nice a port the BMW cylinder head had. And if you're wondering why I'm swapping out my BMW cylinder head for an AMC one, which isn't as ported as nice, well, I wanted a bigger cam and more power out of it, and when I took the old cam out of the old cylinder head, I found a massive weld through the cylinder head because it was cracked. I think it's slightly twisted and distorted due to the welding, because nothing slid in and out very nicely. It was all a bit of a friction fit, and that's no good whatsoever. Well, I don't know if you can see this, but this is, well, on the BMW head, it's a dead straight line from the intake to the valve seat. Obviously, you need a little bit of a shape where the valve is to allow the air to flow around properly. This side is horrific because there's at least 5 mil of material that needs to be removed. And on the BMW one, it is a dead straight line from the intake here to the valve seat, to the bottom of the valve seat, dead straight line. And this is just, the injector sits right here. So the injector sits, let me put this gasket in the right place, right there, and you can see exactly how much that doesn't line up. So that injector would have just been firing straight into aluminium. Look at that. Wow. And whilst I'm here, look at the state of the machining in there. What is going on? That is not nice at all. And the valve side of it, equally as rough. Now I've already taken materials out of some of these ones. This is looking a lot nicer. Not finished by a long way, but you can see that that's nice and smooth, and the air is going to go into there a lot happier and out into the valve a lot happier through the valve into the cylinder. Also, the exhaust ports were also terrible. Hold on a second. Can you see the size difference? Look how much material there is. This is called gasket matching. So you match the ports to the gasket sizes and both sides to get the best results out of your engine, and you can just see that the size difference, how much material I had to take out. And yes, this hole is smaller than this hole, weirdly. Also smaller than the standard BMW one. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing. I've watched a few YouTube videos, and I am just sort of making it up as I go along. It's a little nerve-wracking to start with, because you could easily cut through into an oilway or a waterway, and this would then just turn into a massive paperweight. So it is nerve-wracking to start with, but once you get into it and you do a few rudimentary measurements, trying to work out where the castings go to, how much material you've actually got to remove, and once you've done one, you kind of go, oh, that works all right. Yeah, I'll crack on. And you can really get stuck in. So, speaking of getting stuck in, let's get stuck in.
Here's to you, queen, doing your thing. There's no way that you won't win. They can say what they wanna say, but it's your game that you're playing. So go on and stop, girl, do what you wanna do. Run the world in tennis shoes. Make your mark, don't leave a stone unturned. Pick up your torch and let it burn. Oh, oh, pick up your torch and let it burn. Oh, 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 hell, queen up on a throne. Oh, oh, and shine their light. You'll be amazed. You will be surprised. Just keep on being you, doing what you're doing. No way that you won't win. So girl, pick up your torch and let it
Sharpie lid, oh, what's the Sharpie? Valve stem seal, picks it up, and places it on. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Ta-da! Sharpie lids! Woo! For the win! But let's just run through what I've been up to and why. So imagine this is your valve, and down here is your intake. So that's the top, these are the sides, and the bottom. Rough drawing, not to scale. So that's air goes in here, valve opens, air comes out there, goes into the engine, boom, boom, boom. I know it looks upside down, but the cylinder head is upside down at the minute. So bear with me, it's upside down. Right, so this wall internally was very curved. I mean, like proper in there like that. And this wall was kind of kinked at the top, but then straight, which is closer to what you would want. But this machining, there was no machining here, and this ramp was more of a very sharp kick before it cut back in. That is not what you want, because you want the air to be able to flow around nicely. And you want a lot of air to rush through. So I have machined most of this right back as far as I dare go to a straight line so the air can whoosh through when it needs to. Now, important things, the valve seats aren't, so if this is your valve seat here, yeah, that's the tapered bit where your valve sits into. It's not straight in to like that. If that's where your valve seats, it's not straight up like that. You actually have a double angled valve seat in this. So there's a valve seat there and there. And then let's get rid of these. And then you want really your aluminium. That's actually a lot less as well. You want your out. So that's just secondary angle. So you've got two cuts on your valve seats. And then really you want your aluminium to be very slightly cut in as well to allow that air to flow around nicely. You don't really want to come in straight at it. You want a nice flow of air to come around like that. So that's basically what I've been attempting to do with the hideous casting on this AMC cylinder head. Now on this side, it was nigh only impossible to get this third angle because there just wasn't material there. It was a very slight lip of aluminium there, and it cut back underneath quite violently. And you don't really want your air to be ramping that way because it needs to flow over that way. So on this side, I've done the best I can to smooth it all out, but it's not going to be perfect. So yeah, that is basically what I've been up to. Obviously the exhaust port is easy enough. I just opened it all out and smoothed it up, and on that the exhaust port can be very smooth, very smooth, whereas on the intake after the injector needs to be quite coarse. So let's get on. Head's all back together, the rocker arms are in, the studs are in, all the little bits and bobs are done. We've got TDC on the block, nothing more to it than stick the lovely new head gasket on, carry the head in, bolt it down with the new bolts, and hopefully we'll be able to fire this thing up soon. Is as follows: 22 foot-pounds, then minus 90 degrees and plus 22 foot-pounds, then plus 90 degrees and then plus 90 degrees. Catching up.
I think I'd like a little recap of what's been going on, because I disappeared for 5 minutes, engine's in pieces.
Pulled the engine apart, and yeah.
He's been coming home covered in swarf.
Man, I made a pile of aluminium. Like, you won't believe how much I ground out of
If only
that.
it was magnetic.
and the intake as well. Actually,
Yeah.
I port matched the intake.
It's looking, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it all back together and looking like it did before you took it apart again.
Yeah.
But with that extra special something.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so much
It's
more
gonna
something
be special.
now.
It is.
It's been, yeah, there's a lot more air going to go into that.
To be honest, you wanted to do this from the beginning.
I did, but I didn't want to
Yeah.
hurt the brand new cylinder head.
Well, I'm glad you did hurt it, because
Yeah.
I don't know what.
It would have stifled. There would have been no point in
Yeah.
having the racy cam.
No, not at all. So, we have done a quick port matching and gas flowing episode.
Yeah.
I think we should get it back together.
Let's put the all
get it back
we're going to
together.
do is put the intake back on, and check to see if the injectors are working actually before we bolt it up tight.
Good idea, yeah.
So
Right. Let's test them.
put it down there and yeah,
Let's
check,
get
let's
back
test
in.
it.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah. I love the shape of this thing, you know.
It's a sexy shaped intake on an engine. You know what? BMWs have got good. Well, E30s. I don't know about the rest of them. Okay, hold
Missed.
on. You missed.
Missed. Hold on. There we go. Nerve-wracking moment. I have oil pressure. I've checked spark. We have spark. Also, I can smell fuel from the old engine turning over here. So we have fuel. I've given Leanne a ring. She was at home. She had to take the baby home to feed the baby. She's on the way for the momentous occasion of firing up my 6-cylinder for the first time. I can't remember the last time I heard this thing running. I'm so nervous. I put the spark plug in the socket the wrong way around. Fingers crossed, because everything's there. We have spark, we have timing. Really want it to start. I really want it to start. You know the old excited nervousness? Yep. This last plug's always fun. Right back there. Right against the old bulkhead. Or firewall, if you're in America. Firewall. Right.
It's the moment of truth.
It's the moment. Leanne's just arrived.
I've rushed back for the start. Hold on.
At this point, it's like having your life flash before your eyes. But instead of key moments, it's every single nut, bolt, spring and washer and torque setting flashing through your brain. Wish me luck.
It started.
It's gonna go.
It's gonna go. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's started! It's started!
I can't believe it! Oh my god! Oh my god! She sounds amazing.
What was wrong with you the first time?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm so glad, because she was definitely not happy.
Oh my god! I can't believe it! Good girl. Oh.
Oh god.
What a relief, eh?
Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah.
So do I. I can't get it too hot because there's no water.
No,
in
no,
it.
just a quick one. Just
Ready?
a quick one. Oh my god!
She's on the button.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, it sounds so mean.
You got to get this finished.
Oh, it sounds so mean.
I can't believe it. How many years has it been since you fired up last?
I was just saying to the camera, I can't remember the last time I heard it.
I think
it didn't sound that bloody good.
It didn't sound
that bloody good. I know it's not no exhaust on it, but
bloody hell, that sounds good.
She sounds amazing.
2019, because it came up in my Facebook memories. That's the last time you drove her. Wow, amazing.
Amazing.
Well, I know what somebody's going to be doing.
Tidying up.